Hello, welcome to another episode of my Not Your Average Bible Studies. Today is it's November now. November 2nd, 2025, and it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, slipping into the evening here in my side of the world. A nice cold autumn day. It is something I'm very grateful for, very happy to have quiet moments inside in the warmth, away from the wind, on my own private place to find rest in the Word of God and to highlight it and think about it, contemplate in my own right. So thank you for joining me and being a part of this moment. If you're new here, my name is Allie with Amory Speaks. This is an untraditional, is that even a real word? I don't know. Non-traditional reading, I think is what I put on the thumbnail, of the New Testament, First time reading it, not my first time reading it here, live. I'm reading Luke. I'm reading kind of sequentially through. I've read through Matthew, Mark, and into Luke now. And then, I'm on here each Sunday doing a bit of distracted by my son. Doing my own sort of reconnection and contemplation of things that I read a little while ago. I was not brought up in a traditional sense by any means, and so that's another reason I'm calling this a non-traditional reading. I might mispronounce things, I might miss commonly noted scriptures or themes or storylinings behind it, or miss out on kind of pinpointing and linking together the rest of the story or previous parts of the story, as well as others can do that. I'm not trying by any means to present some kind of really detailed study into the Bible. This, has been my own venture, my own kind of study of the Bible in my own way, as I study myself more intricately, and hopefully encourage others to, study their own interpretations and find the awesome truth that is sort of locked into these wonderful Gospels. And so, for those of you who are not new, who come every week, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for your energy and your appreciation. Let's get into it. We left off at 30 last week. Matthew chapter 25, verse 30, we read through. So I'm going to pick it up with 31 and read through the end of the chapter today. And we'll see where it takes us. So with that said, let's just start off with 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the King say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the King shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it to one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. And I love this so much. This also reminds me notes and backstories into Bhagavad Gita. Krishna and Arjuna. Juna, depending on how you say that, right? It's more commonly known or commonly thought of that the great infinite Father has the ability to bestow his presence through man here in the creation. And that it doesn't always look to our eye to be him. And yet it is. It's always him. And this is, this is something very difficult to step into, to acknowledge, and then to live. Because there's plenty of people you bump into every day who it's so easy to look at and judge and, scapegoat, exile, extricate yourself from, place blame on them in some kind of way to try to make yourself feel better or have made some better choice than, or, it's so much more difficult, and yet it becomes strengthening and empowering at this exponential growth that you could never even grasp if you choose to actually see the reflection of the Creator, of the Father's eyes through everyone. And when they need something, give it to them. It doesn't mean that we give in to fantasies and just desires of whims and ego and things like that. No, it's that unconditional love of a parent who knows the substance that the child needs, deserves, and to give it, I think it's so beautiful, such a challenge, and to feel the magnitude of it, the monumental present and gift that it really can be and is, if we could take it on, It seems almost impossible sometimes, some days, from some certain angles, but it's not. The truth in my bones, in my heart, my soul says, no, it is the truth. It is possible. We wouldn't be able to think it, to fathom it, to dream it if it wasn't so. There would be no room for love if negative ran the show. If it was a finite, restricted, tyrannical creator, there would be no room. There would be no wiggle room for free thought. It wouldn't even be an option. It would never have been there. The fact that it can even be is clearly testament to the truth of it, to the isness of it, to the inarguable, undebatable truth. It might be hard, it's that kind of truth that puts you in your place. It requires humility. Just as it required humility to wash people's feet, and to think and to know and to say a thing like these verses that I've just read here, to give this parable in this way, and to say that it's so definitive, it's so obvious to the shepherd as to who's his sheep, and then which animal's a goat, that you can't hide the truth of what you are at that point any longer. I think it's quite a testimony in itself to those from certain factions and belief patterns who say, oh no, salvation, just claim his name and you're good to go. Everything's been done for you already. You don't have to do anything. And in fact, some of them even say to go as far as to say that if you think you do need to do things, or your acts are done, like you do service to others, and you live in that walk, that somehow you're evil. Somehow you're blasphemy against Jesus by thinking what he said was true, when he said, but ye will do greater works than I. It's, I believe in, the truth. So, I think it says, it speaks for itself greatly here, that it isn't just one and done. It isn't just, he took this off of us because none of us could do it, and all be well, boo-hoo, well, we couldn't, but now it's done for us, so let's just party on and do what feels good and what we think is right, and we're good to go. You know, it's like everything's excused away for some reason, but I don't find a validity in that. You know, I think there's an illusion there that sort of takes away the responsibility and the sovereignty of the power of choice that we've been given, the free will choice, you know, to make your way back to home, to the Father. You know, it's, if you look at the things that Jesus is known for teaching, then you can't just say, he didn't ever say, just, you know, preach my name and you're good to go. And, you know, he sort of said the reverse at one point, actually, which was like, I think the disciples were saying, oh, these people are casting out demons in your name. They never even met you. They don't know you. They didn't teach with us. They're not us. So how dare out there they be doing good in your name? They're evil. And Jesus said, basically, like, I'm totally paraphrasing here, but he basically said, the acts speak for themselves. The goodness in themselves speaks that they know me. So all be well that they use my name. Go for it. It doesn't, it's the truth of the service, the love from the Father that in fact is shared between all of us, that Jesus knew was the truth, that, you know, allowed him to say that and to know that great truth. So that's how I feel. Anyways, let's get back to where I left off here and let the verses speak for themselves. I think I left it off here. Oh, now I'm lost again. I think I read through this whole thing almost, except for 46. I think I just didn't read 46. Forgive me for sort of backtracking around here and losing myself. Oh no, actually I think I read through 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I said unto you, and so as much as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was a hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when we saw thee an hungered and athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then he shall answer them, saying, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into the life eternal. And one thing I will say sort of about everlasting punishment and this sort of, you know, hellfire purging away of otherness, you know, when a room is full of shadow, darkness, you think you see what you think you see. And I use this all the time, this metaphor all the time, but it's so permeable. On a chair in your room as a child, over by the closet, it's left different than before, and a sweater is you know, left over there that isn't always over there. And to your eye and the lighting, and as the traffic comes by, maybe through your window, and it shines a light here or there, and it catches your eye, and it looks like a monstrous snake monster, like coming out of the closet for you. And as a child, you could really get super frightful, and maybe you're in between sleep even. Maybe you're half asleep. As you doze off, you notice that, and it turns into this great illusioned nightmare. And you scream out, and then your father opens your bedroom door, and the light comes in. Nothing that is worth saving is lost by that light opening. Right? These illusions, these delusions, these shadowy figures that you made up in your own mind to think were there. Those are what dissipate. That is what is banished. That is what is gone. I believe. It's nothing that would be of value. It's nothing that's tangible or of God or from the beginning and the before and the after. It's this convoluted, delusional distortions that have been created here in this place, in this world, I believe. And that's another reason I like when he says to prepare to bring heaven, the foundation of heaven is here on earth. It's the foundation, it's the bare bones. And we are sort of building in the dark what we think, but when the light shines upon what we've done, there's no going back. There's a whole different world to be seen, and all of those righteousness will be seen, So that's my take on that, and it's a little shorter today, but it's okay. It's right on time. Thank you for joining me this time. I hope to see you next Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful Sacred Sunday, enjoying your time, enjoying your life, and your moments, your present moment. Thanks for spending some time with me here, and if by chance, you happen to be looking for anything from me in the interim, I have a Telegram channel where I share, daily positivity tips, some self-help things, sometimes links or references to anything that I'm finding curious or intriguing at the moment. If you're interested in metaphysical things, in spirituality and happiness, in self-love and unconditional love, I talk a lot about stuff like that. You can find playlists and further videos on my channel if you're finding me on YouTube or BitChute now. Or you can look on my website, amariespeaks.com, where I have a plethora of free tips, resources, and tools for all of us on this eternal student journey. So thank you again for your audience. Thank you for your beautiful contribution to our collective. We wouldn't and couldn't be the same without you. Thanks for witnessing mine, and I'll see you next time.